So, Penta is officially in WWE, and I think we need to talk about it. So, stay tuned right after this.
Get ready for a slobber knocker. It's the smoke.
Country boy, this beat go too crazy.
Get set like a son of a gun. Wrestleholixz Radio. Are you ready? Cheer, 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 cheer. No, cheer, 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 cheer. Gorgeous everywhere. Cheer, cheer,
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Wrestleholixz Radio here on YouTube. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get right into this video today. Not going to waste your time. If you saw the latest edition of Monday Night Raw, then you know that Pentagon has debuted in WWE. Now, initially, I was someone who was not eagerly excited to see Penta show up in WWE because I felt that he was going to be not used properly. And based off the initial presentation, that feeling is starting to somewhat ring a little true. So this is just a real quick reaction to Penta's debut, what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, what I feel like could have been better. So let's first start from the most negative and work our way to the positive. What could have been better about this whole presentation? The match production, that's one, and also the presentation. Okay, what I mean by that is, if you look at the way that Penta was debuted here on WWE versus how he was presented in AEW, I have a very huge problem with the discrepancy between the two. The discrepancy between the two, the reason I have a problem with it is because when you look at a production value standpoint, WWE is known world over for that outstanding production value. And when it comes down to professional wrestling, this is one of the areas that AEW and Tony Khan have been struggling trying to keep up with. And so far, depending on who you are, to me, I feel like they've been doing okay. WWE has taken some things from them from a production standpoint. AEW has taken some things from WWE from a production standpoint. So tomato, tomato. Either which way it go, Penta in the AEW was presented like a stone cold killer. Okay, banging music, the pyro, just the whole aura, the whole vibe. When I saw Penta debut in the WWE on Monday Night Raw, it reminded me of WCW vibes. And not even WCW Monday Nitro vibes either. I'm talking about like WCW Thunder vibes. When Thunder was on like Wednesdays, like the first couple of episodes. If you're too young to understand Thunder, then just YouTube it or Google it. But that's what it reminded me of. It did a horrible disservice to the kind of athlete and performer that Penta is known the world over to be. Right? The match. Let's start there. The match with Chad Gable, I like the selection of opponent. Okay. I like it. It's a little bit unique, a little bit different. Typically when you get big name signings, then they're typically booked in with some enhancement talents, right? WWE took it a step farther. All right, cool. Now you heard Michael Cole allude to the worst kept secret in professional wrestling, which absolutely plays into part of my reasoning by why I'm disappointed with Penta, right? I get into that later. But the match with Chad Gable was a solid match, right? If you've seen Penta, you've seen him perform, then you know what Penta is capable of. And I feel like we didn't really get that. Even just a regular Penta, just basic match, I don't feel like we even got that, okay? I feel like what we got tonight with Penta and Chad Gable was a little bit mediocre. It was a little underwhelming, to say the least. It was some decent spots in there that were entertaining, some good spots of athleticism sprinkled in. Overall, I give the match on a scale of 1 to 5. I give it a solid 2 2.75 to a 3, right? I do feel that Penta should have had more offense displayed compared to what he did. The vast majority of the match was Chad Gable in the lead and Penta showing spurts. It was a couple of botches on Penta's part. The missed third rope leg drop, whatever that was. Don't know what that was, but that was definitely a botch. I think he had one similar to that when he was trying to go up to the ropes or something like that, maybe. I could be mistaken. But I do know the other botch was when he did the dive over the top rope. I don't necessarily blame Penta for this one. I feel that this one could have been avoided. And I also feel that both competitors were blessed. Chad Gable should have sidestepped over a tad bit to help catch Penta or help break the fall of Penta. If you go back and look at it in the slow motion, Penta pretty much hit back first, pause, and slow on the concrete or on the outside the ring, which is devastating for a prolonged period of time. Not to mention injuries can happen in less weird ways, okay? But fortunately, I mean, Penta was good. Chad Gable was good. Match continues. I just feel like Penta should have had more offense during the match. It was uneven to me. Of course, he had spectacular moves, the Mexican Destroyer, the finishing move, a couple of high octane offensive moves, but that was really it. So those are things that could have been better. What I outright dislike about the overall just presentation of how Penta was presented was, I understand that we don't have hype build up. I get it. The rumor got out that Penta was signed with WWE, and like clockwork, Dirt Sheets took it and ran with it, right? Which kind of leads me to a small tad bit tangent. I'm really sick and tired of things being ruined by people who just want to have leaks and spoilers put out there for attention, for clout, for whatever. You're really messing up the business, or you're messing up the entertainment aspect for a lot of fans. And I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not. There are legit some things that I would like to be surprised about when it comes down to professional wrestling. We cannot continue to sit here. Well, now we can't do it with Raw being on Netflix, but we can't as wrestling fans, we can't as analysts, as pundits, as content creators of professional wrestling, wrestling media, whatever you want to put your title in right now. We can't keep having conversations about ratings when, let's be real, the reason ratings are not good, besides people cutting the chorus, is you can look on Facebook, X, Instagram, Reddit, and find out everything you need to know about what's going on in wrestling without even having to turn the show on. Let's keep it real, okay? So that's one of the number one reasons, to me, in my opinion, that ratings are just universally down across the board. Besides some other stuff like DVR metrics and people bootleg streaming and all that stuff, whatever. Now, back to Penta. I don't like how it didn't sit right with me, right? And the other thing with Penta is watching him perform tonight and seeing her, and I was confused. Now, I don't know if it was the way that Penta was presented that kind of just threw me off, because I'm a Penta fan. I've been following Penta since his days of Lucha Underground, okay? I don't know if it was just how he made his entrance and all of that kind of just like threw me off, or if I'm sitting here and I'm watching the match and I'm like, I'm just really underwhelmed doing this match. Like, nothing about this match is working for me, right? You heard Michael Cole make the comment about being the worst kept secret in Raw, which we already know was true. Okay, we covered that. When you look at his music, they changed his music. I get it, but I feel like we could have did better. Like, come on, bro. Well, like we could have did something. We could have got him some music close to what he had when he was with AEW. Or crazy, right? Tony Khan could have just let Penta's music rights go the same way that AEW got the rights to Edge's theme music. But tomato. But I don't know if it was that. I don't know what was going on. Either which way it go, I'm sitting here and I'm battling this feeling as I'm watching the match. Or like, is Penta, did we overhype Penta based off his partnership with Rey Fenix and their tag team in AEW? And then I'm like, no, we didn't do that. Granted, both of those guys together are an incredible tag team. Hopefully Rey Fenix can get what he needs to get so he can be a part of this run with Penta, because I think that those two together in the tag team division, I have a small amount of faith that they could be utilized properly in the tag team division. If they are, then the tag team division in WWE would definitely increase substantially in regards to interest and entertainment from fans regarding storylines and actual matches. Okay, because you got two studs and you need to work them. That's one. I'm going back and forth. I'm like, no, Penta is good. It's just the aura of the 5. The crowd fell flat. You bring him out at the beginning of the show. It's no build up really for the anticipation or the debut. This was probably the most AEW presentation that we ever got of a wrestler debuting in WWE, especially one coming from AEW. Like this was straight Tony Khan-esque copy and paste booking with just here you go. And I don't like that. Penta is too good of a freaking wrestler for him to do this. We all know that your first impression is your best impression. Now, what I'm really hoping is that Penta's fan base that are following him over, if they are following him over from AEW, he probably has some that are already diehard WWE fans that have been following him as well, right? But what I'm hoping is that the fan base behind Penta can keep momentum behind him going to make creative keep him relevant, right? Because if we just let creative book Penta on their own, they're going to screw this up. They're going to screw this up majorly, okay? Like the wait, what is that? Do I get it? Nope. Hold on. Nope. Nope, that ain't it. Wait. There we go. Yeah. So if we really let WWE creative just book Penta based off what we saw tonight, they are going to this up like really bad. Like really bad. Okay? I just like hitting the button. So, as fans, we got to come together, we got to do the whole Penta down. Now, with that being said, this video is probably wrapped a little bit longer than what I wanted it to wrap. So, we're going to go ahead and cut it off right here. So, real quick update about a couple of things going on with the channel. One, if you enjoyed this video, you're not subscribed, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Two, there has been some logistical shiftings going on behind the scenes, and before this month is out, the channel direction will shift. What I mean by that is videos like this will pop up periodically. However, I'm looking to have more reasonable or more consistent content. So with that being said, the Chair Shot commentary show will be moving to a podcast format. I will sit down and I'll record either on Friday or Saturday, and I'll talk about everything that happened in that week of wrestling. So if I record Saturday, it'll go from Monday to Friday. If I record Friday, it'll go from Monday to Thursday, with Friday picking up the next week. All right. So be on the lookout for information for that. It will be a video podcast. So I will be taking clips that I record from the video podcast, uploading them here to YouTube. I am also in the works of creating another idea or another variation of content for this channel on more consistently besides my podcast clips. And that show is probably going to be called Comment Section Commentary, okay? And the premise, I'm still working it, but just be on the lookout for that too. It's just little quick videos, maybe 3 or 4 a week, if that. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed everything. 2025 is about to be some major things going down for the channel. Just wanted to keep you updated, starting with this video. So be on the lookout in the next couple of weeks. I got some really old videos from 2024 that I never posted, including the War Games review. So those will be going up on the channel. You see them, check them out. Hey man, look, until next time, that's all I got for you. So let me know what you guys think. Hop down in that comment section. Let's keep this conversation going. What do you guys think about Penta being in WWE? How do you feel about this presentation? Do you feel like it could be better? Am I tripping? Am I being an IWC crybaby? Or am I spot on? Let me know. Either which way it go, holla at your boy. And until next time, we are out. Peace.